Piece of pugilism, y'all. How y'all doing today, man? We're gonna break down the video. Break down Leon Muhammad talking on Barbershop Conversations, and I'm gonna analyze and dissect what he said. Cause one thing, respect to the elders and everything. When you can allow certain people to keep splitting hairs with things they say, it's just not pretty cool. You keep double talking. You know what I mean? And that's one thing I hate is like double talk. And it's not, if you're going to just lean one way with it, it's not cool. You know what I mean? Call out both ways. And he was kind of lean both way. Or should I say, he was defending Bob Arum at the same time calling him that that probably is a reason why the lawsuit came about at the same time. It was really weird. Really weird. But let's check this out real quick. We won't be here that long, only about 30 minutes.
Well, let me explain something to you. You're a funny guy, man.
But before we
the truth is the light.
Yeah. But before we jump into that, Terrence Crawford and Bob Arum made news today. Do you care to comment on Terrence Crawford taking Bob Arum to filing suit on Bob Arum for his prejudice and not promoting him and setting him up to fail and racial bias, et cetera, et cetera?
Well, let me explain something to you on that. First of all, Terrence Crawford, I love him dearly. My guy, Bud. But first of all, thank you, brother. Nothing, brother. Okay. Let me say this to you, brother Freeze. First of all, is a guy took you from doing 4-round cards in York, Pennsylvania, nursed you, took care of your family, backwoods to Oklahoma, Nebraska. Now you want to sue. The man lost money. I love Bud.
Okay, let's start right there. He's saying Bob Arum took him from doing 4-round fights someplace in Pennsylvania in his backwoods where he lived. When a fighter goes professional, isn't that the progression? Isn't that the natural progression of every fighter? You go from 4 rounds, gets to 6 rounds, or to 8 rounds, or to 10 rounds, and go up. And Bob Arum, I think any promoter would have took him through that progression. Bob Arum in that case didn't do anything that any promoter wouldn't have done or couldn't have done. So what was the point of that being said by Leon Muhammad? He took you from 4-round fights to where you are today, and now you're going to sue him. This was the same Leon Muhammad that was outside the Teofimo Lopez Kambosos fight, yelling, Arum, Arum screwed Teofimo Lopez. Y'all saw Arum fuck that boy, he said. He did him dirty. And during this whole live, he's going to be calling Bob Arum a snake. So as we listen to this audio, we're going to have to ask ourselves, okay, is everything Mr. Leon Muhammad saying is genuine. Okay? Is everything genuine? And not just trying to also speak on behalf of the people that could throw him a bone sometime in the future and keep him relevant in the sport of boxing in some way, some shape, some form. Because we got to get rid of, respect to the elders, but when you double talk and trying to split hairs in the little few teeth that you got, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good at all. And it's hard for you to gain the respect from the generations after you who's supposed to look up to you for guidance. Let's proceed.
Me and the snake had our difference, but right is right. Now you want to sue the guy. You would have all that property and land out there in Omaha, Nebraska, 3 brand new cars and trucks and shit, and your children would be set for life if it wasn't for Bob Arum. Think about that, man.
Right.
Think about what you just said. How you gonna sue a man for his presidency and you're a multi-millionaire and you ain't 35 years old yet? Talk to me, Fred.
Yeah.
You been listening to these old crazy ass fighters. I know.
Yeah. On the screen, I have the 6 counts. 1, breach of contract. 2, breach of contract. 3, fraudulent misrepresentation. 4, negligent misrepresentation. Number 5, breach of implied covenant of good faith and fair dealing. And number 6, torturous breach of the implied covenant of good faith and fair dealing. Those are the 6 counts.
Okay. Those are 6 counts, right?
Yes.
Read that 4th count again, Brother Fred.
Yes.
Negligent misrepresentation.
Yes, read the 4th count, which is, if anything, that will stick in this lawsuit will be that, in my humble opinion. If anything is to stick in the lawsuit, it would be that. Because Bob Arum was loose with the tongue in interviews, speaking against Crawford, the man he's representing. Hey, beautiful Lady Shan. Peace and pugilism to Coach Malachi. One love to you, champ. Peace and pugilism to Lady Shan. That was the one thing he would be stuck with. Because we heard in this documented whereas Bob Arum did commit treason against his own fighter that he has signed, saying he lost money, this and that, that and that.
How the man negligent and you a multi-millionaire, you wouldn't be feeding them 7-ass kids and wasn't for the snake.
He said, how's the man negligent when you're now a multi-millionaire? You wouldn't be able to feed those 7 kids. He said, how's the man? How's the snake? How's the snake? How's the man negligent? Who the fuck, Liam? And how the man's negligent when you're a multi-millionaire, be able to feed the freaking 7 kids you got? The snake. This dude. Yo, facts, Malachi. Facts. Facts, bro. This dude.
Now, I love Bud Crawford. That's my guy. And his father and grand, but I love both.
Let's also count this fact. I'm tired of the elders or whoever it is. And if I ever do this, please call me out on it. And I will apologize and thank you for calling me out on it. Okay? But he does this all too often. With saying, I love Bob Crawford. I love Bob Arum. I love this and that. We got out such and such and such. Before he goes to throw a dagger in the fucking back. He's always saying, oh, I love Bud Crawford, but he's wrong. And we got friends now. I'm not speaking in the point where we have friends and they're telling us something we need to hear. And we might be too arrogant to hear it at the time. I get it. I get that. You know what I'm saying? But he don't have that type of relationship with Bud Crawford. You know what I'm saying? And so I always say, I love him, such and such and such, but such and such, a dagger. I love him. I love Bob Arum. He helped me make it today. Alhamdulillah. And he's a good man, whatever. But he's a snake. You do this shit too often, Muhammad. From a YouTuber that respects you as an elder, you know what I'm saying? But that does not look genuine at all, sir. But you keep always doing that. Because we know when you're about to go there, you're about to go ahead and take it right, snatch the rug right underneath somebody's feet. It's a backhanded compliment. Okay, it's a sly snake in the grass, you know, trying to damper the insult that you're trying to give somebody. I don't want nobody like that around me. If you got, look, I know I'm a very direct dude and I'm intense as fuck sometimes and I'm working on it. It's just the passion in me. I know I could be intense. In debates, motherfuckers be like, Myron, y'all, he coming, such and such. That's mostly detractors, I believe, that just don't like me. Who know I'm going to bring not tooting my horn, but I'm going to bring some real shit to the conversation and maybe the shit that they don't want to talk about. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I know it. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to work on my communication ability to the point where I can slide those heavy things in, hard shit's in easy. You know what I mean? Easy talk. I get it. And I know I'm intense sometimes. I might disrupt the freaking flow of the conversation because I'm adding in some of my passion. You know what I mean? But I don't do that just to be a dickhead or asshole. Some motherfuckers say, well, if you don't agree with Myron, you know what I mean? Myron, you can't, you don't agree with somebody who don't agree with you or whatever that bullshit they line. If you make a good point, I'm going to agree with the shit. I don't have no problem agreeing. You know what I mean? With somebody making a valid, strong-ass point, especially if it's better than mine. You know what I'm saying? All I ask is that explain that point so I, who may be slow of understanding, can get it. And I'm like, damn, you got a good fucking point. I've been caught many times, you know what I'm saying, with cats who had great points that I just explained them. But don't just come back with some shit, oh, such and such. Nah. You know what I mean? And if I ever become like this fucking Leon Muhammad, slap the shit out of me so I could come straight. Slap the fuck out of me. Because that is not what I want to ever become. You know what I'm saying?
But let's be fair here. We would have nothing without this man. See, first of all, in a situation like this, he never would have even said no shit like that to put the DK or the Doofus. Because he know the wrath. See, first of all,
he would never said no shit like that to DK or the Doofus because of the wrath. So now we got Leon Muhammad inserting the dark side, the underground, the violence, the gangster shit into this situation, which I'm sure boxing does not want to be connected to. Boxing is trying to alleviate that element of the world that's in boxing that we don't see, the underworld part. But he here bringing up, he wouldn't say no shit like that to DK. What the fuck does that have to do with this part, Leon Muhammad? With all due respect, Elder. What the fuck does that have to do with anything, sir? DK is not involved in this situation. It's top ranked Terence Crawford.
Certain fighters sue certain promoters. You know the history of DK. He never would have took no shit like that to DK because he don't know if they're a rap from the street or what. See, first of all, you got to understand, I know you had a conversation with Terence Crawford. Look at this, man. Pull up his record. He was making no money until he got with Bob Arum. He had a nut manager who was robbing him.
He didn't have no money till he got with Bob Arum. That's the case with most fighters, isn't it? Before they get the promoter and marketer that they're paying to get them the fights and get them in the business? Isn't that the case for most fighters? They don't have nothing till they sign with the promoter a contract to push them out there, to make them known to the world. That, and they're paying you to do that. Crawford is paying Bob Arum to do what Bob Arum, with 50 years of experience, is supposed to do. So that point is null and void, Mr. Leon Muhammad. That's what every freaking boxer goes through, unless you're a Logan Paul or Jake Paul that already came in with 50 million freaking subscribers amongst them both to promote your own fights. That's not the case for these young bloods coming up from the streets, from broken fucking homes, broken families, to go out there and make money to help their family not be broken anymore, to help their family not live in the gutters anymore. Leon Muhammad, there's some elders like you, bro, that I really...
And AM got rid of him. What that fool
Cameron
name that had
Cameron Duncan.
Cameron Duncan, a retard. I remember when Eddie Mustafa slapped him with the pistol. I had to go get Eddie Mustafa. Me and Bill Haney. See, first of all, and I want your people to understand, this guy, you got to check this kid's record for the Crawford. And I love Bud. Bud, my man, and the big four guys and all them down there, Red, all them down there, they're my people.
Sorry,
But
y'all.
Red's fair. All you guys would have brand new cars, brand new trucks, brand new houses if it wasn't for the snake putting you on it. Think about it, man. When you
Y'all
put
would
a
have,
guy, he had
y'all
nothing.
wouldn't have brand new cars, brand new houses if it wasn't for the snake putting you on. What the fuck? Why you call him a snake if the man ain't done no snake business? Leon Muhammad. Yet defending. Come on, man. Come on, man. This shit ain't gonna ride while I'm watching. When my eyes is on this, no shit like this is gonna slide. What the fuck? Peace to Boxing Beats. Coke Stokes in the fucking building. Peace to Boxing Beats and Rhymes. What's up, champ?
Right or wrong.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
I don't know what he had prior, but I know he has more now. You know what I mean?
I know what he had what. What could he have for Omaha, Nebraska?
Right, Boxing Beats.
First of all, bro, let me tell you something. And I'm going to call for Matt. Because this is wrong, bro. This is wrong. He never would have did this to DK. But to select, but to it. He wasn't even do this to Lou DeBella. If you had Lou, because he don't know what coming from downtown. See?
Okay, so he's saying this won't be never happen with the DK. Now he is implying Lou DeBella got underground connects. The shit would never happen to Lou DeBella because what would have came downtown on him? What's popping, Banks? He said much of nothing.
First of all,
And you 100% right, news media. He's an opportunist.
The snake got
You give him a
all
check.
the way to the Supreme Court. The snake's a bad man. He ain't gonna win. I'm telling you now, he ain't gonna win. The card is not. See,
Hold up.
give me what you got before you contact ESPN. If it wasn't for the snake, Bob M. Am I right or wrong, man? Am I right for the bridge?
Well,
Yeah, if you wouldn't have got contact with ESPN, it wasn't for the snake. This fucking Leon Muhammad. Facts, Leon, true. He wouldn't be fighting on ESPN if it wasn't for the snake. He was Bob Arum.
Bob Arum did pay him, definitely.
You did.
And you can hear barbershop conversations. It's like, because he has them for the rest of the show. He don't want to like kill the flow and disagree with what Leon Muhammad is saying. So barbershop conversations just letting them talk like, yeah, he did pay him. Yeah. But that's irrelevant. He's supposed to pay him. As Crawford is paying him as well. They have a mutual relationship. One ain't doing for the other, okay? That's not supposed to be done in the contract in relationship and vice versa. Stop it.
See, I'm going to tell you like it is. You can only say so much because you're the journalist. I don't give a fuck. I'm getting from the corner. I'll say it for you. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's a fair shoot. Terrence is my guy. But you got to be fair, man. You wouldn't have much as you got now if you put up to him. The Sean Porter fight. He didn't put up the money. His lawyers didn't put up the money. Snake put up the money. They were at the ESPN. What are you going to do now?
The Snake is supposed to put up the money, that being the promoter. The promoter is supposed to put up the money. But that promoter is going to recoup what they put up and then some. That's how the relationship works, Mr. Muhammad. And you know this, Mr. Muhammad. Yes, Fred is appeasing him, Lady Shan. Absolutely. He's talking in circles just to go against Crawford and protect the Snake. How'd that work?
Remember what the judge said? All roads lead back home. You mess with that Snake, he might well announce retirement because he's done. He's done, Fred. He's done. Snake ain't got to say nothing. The Snake got friends all over the world.
Yeah, I know that.
He's done.
And you know what I noticed too is that Tim Smith and Eddie Hearn have come out and said the same thing Bob Arum has, just not as strong about Terrence Crawford can't earn any money. Do you think that was coerced?
You know what? Tim Smith saying that, but we don't know who Tim Smith with. You ever find out, Brother Bay, who he with now?
Yeah. He was speaking on the PBC podcast, so he's still with PBC, yes.
Okay. But he's still with Al, Sam?
Yes.
But my whole thing is, Brother Bay, is that I don't think that this is legitimate suit. What do you think?
I think it was coerced. You know, I think Eddie Hearn is learning the ropes, and he says, I can't cross Bob Arum again. Look what he's done to me. And Al Heyman needs Bob Arum for dates and pay-per-view with ESPN and Disney. So he can't cross him for one fighter.
He can't. Mm-hmm. So you need to make Eddie Hearn is learning the American side. He understands. He don't have Mickey Duff and his father to really guide him because they really say they know how to maneuver. But why would you want somebody to cross hand? Because you're gonna have to go back that way. You cross hand, you nothing. And you know
this. Okay, this mumble mouth man is eating while he's talking at the same time. You can't hardly understand a goddamn word he's saying because he's like the Cookie Monster right now, old ass Cookie Monster, just talking and talking and talking and spitting food and shit like he was in the video. I can't understand half the shit he's saying. Let me push up a couple of minutes.
One of the best that ever did. First of all, you can't hear a racist.
Right.
Okay, hold up.
First of all, he don't think. You gotta go. Then the people around you, other than Bud's family and the trainer Bowman, the Reds, the rest of them dumb as a rock.
wish him well. We wish
Well,
him.
I wish him well too, but it's bad. Man.
Yeah, well, you have history with Bob Arum. How would you rate? Is he a racist, elitist, a strong businessman, a good guy? How would you call him a snake? But because you know him much longer than I have, how would you classify Bob Arum?
Bob Arum is one of the best that ever did. First of all, you say he's a racist. Ray Leonard was because of him. The late Marvin Hagler family still eating because of the snake. Tommy Hearn still eating snake. Still getting guest appearance. Still getting whatever he want free in Las Vegas due to the snake, Bob.
Okay. These men are still eating because these men had negotiated deals to get them rights. These men fought for their freaking livelihood. These men had historic bouts. Sugar Ray Leonard was on a fight-per-fight basis with Bob Arum. Sugar Ray Leonard signed a per-fight agreement, promotion agreements with Bob Arum. He wasn't under top rank. Sugar Ray Leonard was one of the first to do with how he was doing. Well, and before him, Sugar Ray Robinson was doing it too. But Sugar Ray Leonard wasn't a fighter who was just under a top ranked banner. It was a per fight contracts. He had promotion or 2 fights or whatever. Sugar Ray Leonard was an enterprise alone to himself. So, and Marvin Hagler fought his ass up to get to that point where they couldn't dick him. He beat everybody that could be beaten. Dude, this is like, shit is ridiculous. Shit is really ridiculous. Dude, and why are you giving praise to these promoters for doing their freaking job, doing what they're paid to do? Those promoters made millions off the fighters. As the fighters was making millions off themselves, the promoters was making millions off them as well. Who is the product? The fighter, not the promoter. So what the hell is Muhammad talking about?
Well, all them guys still look at the Spanish kids that went into a coma for 6 months on the Marvin Hagler of John Diesel Garvin card, Richard Sanders boy. Excuse me, Mexican. He still takes care. I can't give it. Even though he made my niece and them wait 13 years to get that money, he explained it to me. He said, listen, if I had made him wait, he told me this a couple years ago. He said, Brother Captain Muhammad, if I had made him wait, the 2 mothers would have ran through that money. When the girls got grown, they would have had that for themselves and their children. And it made sense. It made sense. Remember I told you what he did to my family? Yeah. It made sense what he explained it to me. He said, I saw the personality of the 2 brothers. They done ran through that money, filled up with the girls when they had that, when they got grown, they had their own children.
Right.
And simply all I'm doing good now.
Right.
See, you gotta look at our middle class generation. Damn is a Jew. He's a known businessman. He argued with Don. Don still do business with him. A couple years ago, Don challenged him for air champions. So, you gotta realize what this man has done for boxing.
Right.
And what he continues to do. When you talk about negligence, I don't think of negligence. And Caleb is my guy. The way he feels, that's his better. But I don't see him with it.
Gotcha.
I don't see him with it. Because, understand. And I'm going to say this. Because you can't say it. And then we go to Temple 25.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this because you can't say it. The courtroom, most judges are Jews. The network is controlled by the Jews. And if you look at all the subcontract, the billion, the closer,
Listen what he's saying. The judges is controlled by the Jews. The networks is controlled by the Jews. What Leo Muhammad is pretty much saying, or what he's showing, is a defeatist mindset. He's an old man that's defeated. He's an old man that's defeated. He believes he can't beat the Jews. By his words, I'm saying. Not my opinion. By his words. I'm going off of. And he believes Terrence Bud Crawford made a bad mistake because he's going against the Jews. If that's not what you heard, let me play it back.
Network, the pay-per-view network, all those companies, if you look at all the subcontract, the biggest, the closed circuit network, the pay-per-view network, all those companies, they run by Jewish.
Right.
You can't cross this guy. You can cross him, but you will get crossed on it.
All those companies, all those big networks and everything, companies are run by Jewish. You can't cross this guy. That's what he just said.
And see, if you cross him, the guy downtown will crack in your head. So either way it goes, I wish you well. As I said before, Bud, I love you. Bo Max, I love your mom and your grandmama, and your dad is my guy. But you got to think about this, man. You let me go bootleg lawyers. Some of the lawyers that walking into it. That's all, Frank.
Yeah, he has the same lawyer as Mikey Garcia.
Oh,
That's what I said. It took me 3 years. Makes no sense.
you got a lawyer. You wait. You walked away clean. You walked away. Now, think about it, Brother Pete. Would it been over 2 months since he bought border?
Yeah, November
Agreed.
20th.
Okay, now, in fact, next week it'll be 2 months.
Yes.
Over 2 months. Now, think about it. You ain't got nothing coming up. You ain't got nothing on the table. See, he don't know the state done got him already.
Yeah.
State done got him already.
And
You walk away from a guy get powerful and think you can feel it. First of all his guys got power. Brad Jacobs, powerful Jew out of Florida. You know all them Florida networks.
Jew out of Florida,
you
he
got
said.
Carl Moretti, who's a Guinea out of New York and New Jersey.
Carl Moretti, who's a Guinea out of New York.
So you got to look at it, and you got the matchmaker Brad Goodman, you got good guys, but when you threaten your livelihood, bro, see, Am is 90. And all these guys been with him for 30 years, all his mean guys.
right.
And these guys protect their livelihood. They would drop.
Okay, these guys protect their livelihood. It's not Crawford's responsibility to protect his livelihood as well, Mr. Leon Muhammad? That's the logical question I have to ask you. So these guys are supposed to protect their livelihood. Is that not Crawford's responsibility as well? And you calling guys the Guineas and the Jews, and you point out who these guys are. Is that not Crawford's responsibility as a black man to protect his livelihood for his family?
Whatever dirt they can dig up on you, bro, you gotta.
Thank you, Kurt. Much love to you, brother. I love you, respect you, champ. Keep doing your fucking grind, bro. All day. I watch the videos and I hit the likes all the time. Sometimes I watch all of them, but you know I hit the likes. You know what I mean? If I keep it moving, if I'm moving or something like that. Thanks to Kurt for the 20 dub. My man.
Understand what you're doing when you're doing what you're doing.
Right.
So you get all these guys with Am. All the mean guys, Brad Jacobs in his 70s. Bruce Panther in his 70s. Lee Samuels damn near 80 over his feet. Angie Jackson, Miss Angie in her late 60s. livelihood, their retirement with that bullshit. And all these people were good to you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
He's saying all these people were good to you. You hear Barbershop's conversation like, right. Like he's not buying it. Good to him in what sense of the form? Leon Muhammad's making the case that all these people with Top Rank was good to Crawford. Show us how. They had a job to do. Crawford had a job to do. What Crawford did job do? Knock out the last 7 goddamn opponents in the welterweight division. Or the last 7 opponents, period. Crawford did his job in spectacular fashion. These people, apparently, Crawford believed, didn't do their job in spectacular fashion. And let me state something. When you have a fighter and you are a promotional company, that promotional company has a marketing division. The marketing division is the largest division in any freaking company in the world. Successful. Fortune 500 or under. The money is put, the department of any company, the most invested department of any company is the marketing division. You've been in a sport for 50 years. And this is for the naysayers that said Crawford didn't have personality of scale or couldn't do that. I hear all that. But from the one encounter that Crawford had with Spence 3 years ago, you cannot convince me that a company that's been in the business like Top Rank for 50 years couldn't take that one encounter that was a jewel, a gem, that I made my last videos about, was showing what the public was saying. You can't tell me they can't take that one encounter or from that and build Crawford up from that one encounter. Their responsibility from that one encounter that was 3 years ago, around the time he signed his extension, was to like, okay, this was gold. How can we build off of what Elie Seckbach just recorded between Crawford and Spence? That's their job. What can we do now? Because we see in a candid position or impromptu state or just off the cuff, Crawford is gold. What must we do from this point on to make sure we can get more footage like that we got that time? Every company's job is to do that. Okay? George Foreman was stale. It's tons of fighters that's stale out here. Lomachenko was stale, but they're not saying Lomachenko ain't sellable or ain't marketable. Lomachenko could barely speak English. Are they going to say this? My other point, are they going to say this about Jerome Boots Ennis, who don't have a big personality? There's a small percentage of fighters that have ever come into the boxing world that had other out of this earth, out the box personalities that you can market. That's a small 5%. That's a very, very small percentage. How were they able to make those fighters marketable? Sugar Ray Leonard didn't do a whole bunch of crazy shit. He was a golden boy for America, though, and he won that gold medal. They had him beside Muhammad Ali any chance they could get. Why don't you got Terrence Bud Crawford walking around with Tyson Fury? Why don't you got Terrence Bud Crawford walking with, going everywhere? Crawford, we got you a interview set up with such and such and such. Just be there. Why can't you take all the video, any snappage of the video, even the video where he went against my man Gary Russell Jr. and said, I'll break your goddamn neck. And I'm not talking about in a ring. I'm talking about I'll break your fuck. I'll be using all that shit. He's given plenty of shit that you could build something off of. 3 years to build something off of. So I'm not buying that shit that they can't do it. I'm not buying it. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? It's absolutely ridiculous. With the pull, off he just said how the pull and the power that Bob Arum has, Top Rank has, with all that pull and that power, you could not build Terrence Bud Crawford up. As you say, the Jews run the networks, and Crawford is one of the oldest one of them living right fucking now. You can't build that man up with all the connections you have. Bullshit. You got lazy. This is not the freaking Bob Arum for 25 years ago, whose mind was still active, vibrant, looking at angles. Okay, we can plug him here, plug him there. And your team is weak. You're not going to convince me of that. It's impossible. Because that kid, just off that one shit alone against Earl Spence that we all saw, that just went like a wildflower through the boxing industry. And people, I showed comments under the last video I just said, though people would still come back to say they come back to see it. Just to come back and look at it. Because the exchange was so natural and hot. You could build a lot off of that shit. You could have built that youngin off of that. Y'all just didn't try to for whatever reason.
That's what I'm saying to you.
Right.
Well, they got to understand that is what it is.
Right. Right.
Oh no.
All right.
I believe he
Appreciate it.
does win something.
Yeah, that's well said. Are you finished eating? You done? Because we about to go into it right now, and I just wanted to be
Wait,
clear.
man, I ain't eat. Somebody gave me a bag of chicken. I'm broke.
Okay.
Somebody in the hotel. I'm in the hotel sitting around bullshit.
Uh-huh. All right. As you said, Temple number 25.
That was the end of it. That was the end of it. Leon Muhammad sounds like an oak. Leon Muhammad sounds like I ain't expect that. Hold up. Old slave. Master's good to you, Crawford. Why you suing this? Why you suing the snake? I can't believe I'm hearing this from a member of the Nation of Islam. Yeah, I didn't pre-read that joke before I popped it up. I was like, yo, facts though, facts, man, bro. If anybody want to hop on and talk about it, please do if you want. You know what I mean? Next couple of minutes is up to you. Now, pressure. Crawford is widely regarded as pound for pound 2. He should be paid as such. Yes, he's widely regarded as pound for pound 1. It depends on who you're talking to. Daniel Byrd. Piece of pugilism to you, sir. I've never seen you before. All right. Welcome to the channel. Thank you. Hope you hit the like button. Now, Daniel Byrd, I'm trying to be the shepherd. But believe me, I'm trying to be the shepherd. I'm not trying to be the tyranny of evil men, evils, slashing tongue men. But to say Crawford should fight Tank just for the name recognition among casuals is no, sir, it don't make no sense to me. He don't have to do that. All right. He had his favors. You're right, Coke Stokes. You're 100% right. It's true though. Facts. It's fact. Bob has always been lazy. I want to help Michael Buffer. Peace, Michael Buffer, my man. And Banks. Bob has always been lazy. I wonder how good Bob really is as a promoter. As it because he had Ali. That's why people say he's a good promoter. And he had Don King as an antichrist, so to speak. He had Don King. I've made videos saying Don King was the promoter. And Bob Arum was there at the right time and saw the opportunity. So he had a promoter that could appeal to the fighters as well as run his freaking mouth. You know what I'm saying? And made shit work. And Don King was backed by a lot of powerful people, including the mob, in my opinion, without a doubt. Hey, I was about to join, but I don't have shit to say because I just agree with you. Well, I hope you don't agree with everything. Well, if you do agree with everything, great. But hey, believe me, I am completely open with different thought. Bruh, I was in Nation Islam for 25 years. This dude should be checked by saying this shit. I'm highly disappointed in this guy. I feel you, man. No shit. I'm hip. I'm hip. I was a Nation of Islam, but I guess I was a 5%er. So I was 5%er for quite some time. Early 2000s, for 2000, 2010. I guess I kind of still am. But yeah, Dr. Malachi Z, York, all these books. I have a collection of all that shit, bro. No, sir. What's the lady Shan? What you talking about, baby? I'll be real, bro. Crawford probably just don't have that it factor personality-wise. Man, I think he does. I think he definitely has the it factor. You just have to have the team around him to not push him to do the it factor, but be there to record. How oftentimes we got people around him, just a videographer documenting their move in their life. What I said in the last video is just give Crawford, have a cameraman with Crawford behind, not fucking with him. And at every event, at every fight Crawford goes to and around talking with these cats, you know what I mean? When they're in a casual form, just being themselves and be there record. And I guarantee you, because how he was in a Spence encounter is like his natural self. It's who he is naturally. You know what I mean? But Crawford's also documented on film saying, why does always the black fighters seem like you gotta act all silly and mad and all this crazy shit and talk all wild shit just to be promoted? Crawford said that in an interview with Andre Ward. And I agree with him. I made a video on that. And I'm gonna have to pull that video up. You know what I mean? But him just bad mouthing and trashing and talking stuff, being an Ali type or Mayweather type, you don't have to be that way to be promoted well. He already has a mean streak in him. He's already super confident. He's already a highly competitive being. You just have that camera there where he's around certain cats, and that energy is already going to come out. I'm sure it is. You know what I mean? Just impromptu, just who he is. Only reason to say that is not because he should, but because he would up his pocketbook by beating him. I hear you, but no, look. Tank won't take that fight. No way in the hell Tank will go in there with Crawford. And Mayweather ain't gonna put Tank in a goddamn fight with Crawford. There's just no way in hell. That's a fantasy combination. That's like a fantasy bout. That's nothing that's, you know what I mean, I don't see really ever happening. Myra would jump on, but super tired. No doubt, sweetheart. I know it's freaking 3 o'clock in the morning there. I got you. Super tired. Some mans have kicked in and made me sleepy. I feel you. Bud does have personality. He's just not media trained in interviews, possibly. Yeah, That's possible too. You know what I'm saying? But he got a ton of personality, a ton of it. You know what I'm saying? That Daniel Bird not saying what lean yabbing about. Muhammad Salim, what's up? He yabbed about a bunch of crap, man. I used to study under Dr. Malachi Z. York too. Wow, for real? The Wabians? I got a freaking. Did somebody kill this freaking block user? See, anytime you're trying to block these cats that's putting these hyperlinks, why isn't it not letting me block them? I'm trying to block user and it says an error occurred. Try refreshing the page. Somebody block this VUM NGO crap because it's a hyperlink porn. Yeah. I said some similar ish to this yesterday. Just get some snaps of him and post them. That's it. You know what I mean? Quick joints, 30 minutes, 30-second joints, minute joints, half joints. That's who his natural personality is. I know it. It was just, you know what I'm saying? He a goofball in all state. And it was Bob Arum and Top Rank's responsibility to capture that and use it to market. That's the promoter's job, is what I'm saying. Some people don't like social media, be on it that much. You know what I'm saying? You can't be mad at him at that. If that man's paying you a percentage out of his purse to do that, that's your freaking job. They don't know how to market him. Every single video is about how humble he is, which is great. It portrays him as a good guy, which I like, but people like the Teofimos and the trash talking. Right. All we saw in that viral encounter between him and Earl Spence 3 years ago was trash talking. That's all Bud did. And he was good at it. He was good at it. That's my point. Never seen Bob dispromote any of his fighters like he did Crawford. Yeah, especially with the words he was saying. It was ridiculous. Yeah, Mayweather definitely wouldn't let him, but Tank has the will to do it. Yeah, he probably has the will. And he better write out his will before the fight. Tank may have the will, but I hope he has a will before the fight take place. What? Who the fuck is H Money? H Money Boxing. You know you got an enemy now, right? Who the H Money Boxing? Did somebody block this H Money Boxing post? You know, Slim, I never liked you. Why would you come on my post and call somebody out their name? Slim, I never liked you. And you know it. Because you fake. H Money Boxing. You know what I'm saying? You fake as Lee press-on nails, champ. Don't ever come to my freaking... I've already kicked you off of my shit many times, champ, in live. So you're doing this because you think you're funny, right? Okay. Get this H Money clown off my shit. Actually, I won't block you, champ, but get your ass off this live. For real. Because you live in Cali, right? Okay. Everyone else promoters are always in the front of the camera, like Puffy, including Bob. But he just didn't want to push Bud. Yeah, everyone else promoters are always in front of the camera, like Puffy, including Bob. Facts. He'll lose for sure. You goddamn right. He'll lose. So you think Mayweather, Al Heyman could do better? Definitely Mayweather. We don't know what Al Heyman could do. Al Heyman doesn't talk. No, Al Heyman wouldn't promote. But Mayweather, yeah. And that was the other point. If Bud Crawford was to sign with TMT, yeah, I think Mayweather would sign him in a heartbeat because he could help Mayweather TMT stay afloat. Real talk. Yeah. they will be helping each other tremendously. Because TMT seem to be having some issues, right, with talent. They will be helping each other a whole lot right about now. And Mayweather don't care what anybody think. One thing about Mayweather, you can say what he want about him. Mayweather is a man. And he will go against the grain. That's what I like about Mayweather. He will go against the grain. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no fool. I really don't get it. Bud has knocked out a lot of guys. Spence don't get knocked out. Don't get knockouts. It's Top Rank fault. Bad promotion. Bad on lazy old men. That's what I believe. That's what I believe 100%. Lazy old men. Yeah, Lady Shan. H Money. I never liked him anyway. You know what I mean? He knows it. He knows it. Freaking Haney pocketbook. Everything is about the Haneys. Freaking Haney troll running around. This mini boy out. Did somebody block this mini boy out? This bomb? Block user. It won't let me. Put user in timeout. You're in timeout. Yeah, it must have been blocked. Can't stand that little midget bastard. I don't know if he still makes videos, but there was some British dude being racist of his boxing videos. I don't know who are they talking about. Muhammad Salim. Mayweather is the genes I promoted, no doubt. We could turn this to a burn fire of H Money boxing, fake ass. Little short, punk ass, midget bastard, gremlin motherfucker. I can't stand this fake ass. H Money has a Wilder fan. H Money was a Wilder fan, then he turned on him to get views, become a freak. He's a freaking parasite. Freaking fake ass punk. Lady Bama bug. Lady Shane, we can't see them. As they have us blocked, so we can't see them. I got you. All right, beautiful people. I'm about to be out this joint. Another thing, fam, Bud don't really be on social media. Facts. You know what I'm saying? But that's the marketing shit. You know what I'm saying? Somebody supposed to be posting his videos. Yeah, and when he does get on social media, like the shit he just did on At the Water and the Big Fish, shit went fucking viral. That's what I'm saying. When he was talking about Spencer, I'm in the ocean. I can't find your ass in the ocean. Shit, I won't find your ass in here. You got a lot of places to hide up. The motherfucker got crazy personality. And guess what? He might just turn it up. After leaving Top Rank, Bud may just turn that shit on. Like, okay, I'm going to switch this shit up right now. Because now it's more on me. You know what I'm saying? Whereas with the promoter, you may be more feeling more in a comfortable state, thinking they're going to do their job. So you lay back and chill. Now that he's gone from Top Rank, he know now more of onus and more is now on his back and shoulder. So we might see a very, very more, you know what I mean, provocative Bud Crawford. Oh, what means going viral fight clips. Yeah. We'll never see much of that, do we? We see them doing that all the time with PBC, though. You know what I'm saying? The cats, they ain't doing shit at Top Rank. That lets you know. We see Gervonta Davis, all over social media. Little clips and shit of him done. That's professionally edited and put out there of Gervonta Tank Davis. How many of them we see of Terrence Bud Crawford? That's a good question. You see Gervonta Davis clips of him plastered every day when he knocked out Santa Cruz, beating this dude. Little clips everywhere. That's a team, a marketing team that's doing that. Where's the marketing team that was for Top Rank that was supposed to do that for Bud? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm asking, I should say. Bob probably lost more money in Fury than Crawford. Bob is very suspect when it comes to, yes. Well, yeah, by the track record, it seemed like there are some issues. Yeah, bruh. You have social media influencers doing voiceovers for some fighters if they not good enough. And that, Yeah, I just saw this beautiful, crazy video on a freaking a Facebook boxing page, and it was a video cats made of Canelo Alvarez, and I'm gonna find that video and post it on my channel of Canelo Alvarez fighting freaking Billy Joe Saunders, and the cats took this shit and edited and turned it to like a video game, like it was the Street Fighter video game. You know what I'm saying? The shit was fucking crazy dope. You know what I'm saying? Somebody should be doing that shit with Bud. H. Okay. Okay, that's it. We're going to end this live stream with that. H, suck your mother. This is Myron Magnus. Peace and pugilism, y'all. That's an hour. That's all I wanted to do. It's 30 minutes longer than I expected. Y'all have a good freaking night. And I'll connect with all y'all tomorrow, man. But it's going to be interesting to see how this thing plays out. Leon Muhammad. Elder, please diet down and just don't say no more when it comes to this bout. Good night, Daniel Burr. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Good night, Lady Shan. Good night, Ain't Banks. Good night, Muhammad Salim. Peace and pugilism to, of course, Michael Buffer again. Coke Stokes, peace and pugilism. H Money, fuck you. Peace and pugilism to all the people laying freaking hyperlinks on here, you bastards. Peace and pugilism to Kurt DeVille, Counterpunch Boxing. And anybody I must forget. I don't mean to, but I'm getting out of here. Watch a freaking movie. Get ready for work in the morning. Let's get back to boxing, the next thing. Talk to y'all tomorrow. I'm out.